Wow, who wouldn't want a top like this? It's fantastic. The only trouble is, you see, this is the dress exchange in Lancaster, and they don't do fellas' stuff, unfortunately, but Sally is the boss. How are you doing?
Hi there, I'm good, thanks, Ian. Well, do you know, I think you could wear this as a sexy little number, you know, it's not so bad. Why don't we do men's things?
Well, I would wear it if I could fit in it.
Oh, I don't know, we could have a few alterations made there. In fact, I must tell you now, you might not want to put this on your blog, we're just about to start a service for transsexuals. And gentlemen who like dressing as ladies, and in the Kendall shop we're going to open a couple of nights a month, so people who like ladies' clothes can come in and be measured up and have alterations done for them.
Well, that's pretty good, but I'm not your target market on this occasion.
No. Why don't we do men's things? Well, men wear their things to bits actually, and you know, they're not usually worth selling at the end of the day, but if you can find me men who look after their clothes, I'd be very happy to sell them for them. Right,
fantastic. Well, just look at all the stuff you've got in here. What I like about your shop is, even though it's full of female clothes, or clothes for females, it's your passion and enthusiasm about the business that really makes it work. And you just love the customers and you love all the stuff. I mean, what have you just been going on about this morning? How excited you are about what? All this sort of stuff coming in.
I know, but it's just so nice that, you know, I like it that people have loved them and now they want to change. But there's the opportunity maybe for people who couldn't afford that quality of clothes or just like a bargain, to get to use it again rather than it just be sitting in the back of somebody's wardrobe. And that's what it's all about, really. You know, keeping that item going and remembering its history. And I mean, some of the things on these rails date back to the, you know, the early 60s. That's a Jean Veron evening gown. Jean Veron designed lots of the clothes for Emma Peel for the Avengers, and we've got an original incy wincy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini here. And you know, when you think of all the history in these clothes, and people have looked after them beautifully, and we've got things that have been remodelled. I mean, that fabric probably comes from the, I don't know, the 40s or 50s, but it's been remodelled into a really beautiful coat that a bigger lady could wear for a wedding. And it's just lovely. It's nice having something that's a bit individual and, you know, and different really. And it's about the history of the clothes too, especially with these older ones. But it's about finding something you like and not just going into a regular store and having what everybody else has got. You know, it's fun to find the things, and it's interesting to meet the people who bring them in. I don't know, it's just lovely. It's like living history as much as anything.
Yeah, well, what is it about business and how you run your business that makes this work so well? Because it seems to me that, you know, you've got a really nice shop, but I think what it is, it's your passion that seems to sort of get people excited about the dress exchange.
No, I don't think it's just that. I think people are getting more and more aware about sort of eco-chic things really, and they realise it's not right now just to wear things a couple of times and then, you know, consign them to the back of the wardrobe until they're not fashionable enough to wear anymore. And I think people like to wear it a couple of times, really love it, and then it's like a swap shop, you know, really. And
well, you can't get bored with it if you come in here and choose stuff. I mean, there's plenty of stuff, and the thing is, it's not just, a lot of the stuff is incredibly contemporary, isn't it? It's like Versace stuff from last year and things.
Oh, that's right. I mean, just sitting here on the desk now, that's a beautiful mulberry bag that's maybe 18 months old, tops. What else have we got here? There's a beautiful Moschino dress hanging there.
What,
the pinky coloured
pink
one with
yeah.
the ruching on. And somewhere down here in a bag we've got a beautiful Isa dress that's just come in. This is one of the designers who was in the running for doing Kate Middleton's dress, and that's stunning. I mean, the quality of that dress and the colour of the fabric, and that silk so heavy, it's just lovely, you know. But then we've got some really nice high street pieces that, you know, you can rework or put with something else, and it's just nice really. It's just finding a style that's a bit different to what everybody else has, and mixing and matching things, and it's just a different take on fashion really, and protecting the planet a bit, you know.
Yeah, great. It's fantastic. I mean, okay, but from a business point of view then, what is the secret of having a successful shop that attracts people and makes people want to come in here? Because I always want to come in here. There's nothing for me to buy. I just want to come in here. You know, I enjoy your enthusiasm. So what business tips can we get about running a shop more effectively? Because many shops are just full of miserable staff. You're not. It's like there's a real warmth about it, the way you run this thing. So what are your tips on how to do that? Is it natural or do you have to work at it?
No. It's just such a pleasure to have lovely things, and it's a bit like Christmas every day, really. You're not quite sure what's going to come through the door. It might be something absolutely stunning.
You mean in terms of the clothes, not the people?
No. The people are always, you know, lovely. Like any job, you get some people who are a bit more challenging, but on the whole, we get some great people coming through the door. But my staff are the same, and you just don't know what's going to happen that day. Nothing's predictable. You know, you might get in a real treasure, or you might just not get nothing that day, but it's sort of the excitement of looking for what you're going to get, really. You know, we got some Hermes earrings in the other day, and then we might get some cheap plastic pieces, but they've all got their own loveliness, and you can match them up with something else. And you know, it's so nice to sort somebody out with a lovely outfit that they look fantastic in, that they haven't paid the world for. But business tips. So
it's all about the customer with you as well, isn't it? It's not just your love of the clothes. You want to make the customer happy by giving them stuff that really makes them look good and feel good.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we had a lady in the Kendal shop a few weeks ago, and she's a fairly regular customer, and she wanted a wedding outfit. Anyway, we fitted her up with a lovely Gina Bocconi outfit, hat, gloves, shoes, the lot. And I said to her, "Are you going to a special wedding?" And she said, "Oh, quite a special wedding." And I said, "Oh, is it local?" She said, "No." She said, "Actually, it's in London." She said, "I'm going to the royal wedding." And it turned out that she was really going to the royal wedding, and she bought us her invitation in to look at and everything. You know, it's just lovely being able to make somebody feel good about themselves.
Exactly. Well, that's what business is all about at the end of the day. You've got to give people what they need to solve their problem or to make them, you know, feel happier with the purchase, especially if it's in retail.
Absolutely. And I think you've got to make the people who are bringing their, you know, their items to us feel really valued as well. Because even if it's not what we know will sell at the moment, those people have still loved them, and it's really important that, you know, we reflect that although we can't sell them at the minute, why don't they try this with them, or what about trying that with them? And, you know, we try to suggest different ways of people, you know, recycling their clothes if we feel that we can't do it for them. So everybody gets a good deal then. Really.
All right, well, that was Sally at the Dress Exchange. It's been really good. Thanks very much indeed for your tips. She enjoyed that, I think. Well, I did.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you loved it. I did. It was great. And thank you very much. So this is Ian Aspin for Get Seen. So don't forget, get seen and prosper. I'll catch you later. Thank you.